Hello and welcome to today's financial news, brought to you by Forex, a multi-regulated Forex broker. Here's what's happening on the markets today.
On Monday, Amazon stock rose slightly by 0.6%, closing at $232.79, supported by steady consumer demand and optimism ahead of its upcoming earnings report. In regular trading on Monday, the S&P 500 edged up 0.2%, the Nasdaq Composite gained 0.3%, with both indices notching fresh record highs, while the Dow Jones slipped 0.2%. U.S. natural gas futures traded at around $3.11 this Tuesday, as weaker-than-expected summer heat and robust production kept downward pressure on prices throughout July. The euro fell below $1.16, weakening by nearly 1.2% and pressured by broad dollar strength, as traders responded to the newly announced US-EU trade deal. Ether traded at around $3,800 this Tuesday, decreasing by 0.2% in the last 24 hours. Looking back, over the last 4 weeks, Ether gained 52.5%. Now let's review the major economic events of the day. At 7 a.m., Spain to release the gross domestic product growth rate for the second quarter, following 0.6% in the first quarter of 2025. At 12:30 p.m., the wholesale inventories in the U.S. are expected to increase, after reaching -0.3% in May. At 2 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the number of job openings of June, following 7,770,000 in May. Tomorrow's major economic events. At 12:30 p.m., the U.S. to release the gross domestic product growth rate for the second quarter, following -0.5% in the first quarter of 2025. At 1:45 p.m., the interest rate in Canada is expected to increase, after reaching 2.75% in July. At 6 p.m., the U.S. will release figures for the interest rate of August, following 4.5% in July.
And that's it for today's market news roundup, presented by Forex. Thanks for joining us today, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow for more financial news.